Cargill's Asia Pacific region. Alan, hi. Thank you so much for taking time out for us. First of all, how would you say or how would you sum the year 2016 from view of global culture, agriculture trading? Because we did see volumes increase and there's so much that's been happening in the global markets. But overall, most of the agriculture commodities like sugar, cotton, rubber actually have posted very strong gains.
2016 certainly been an interesting year. I would summarize it very simply by saying for us in the agricultural space, it's been a year of abundance. We've seen very, very good harvest in the northern hemisphere. We're now seeing a very good harvest in Australia. And so we've certainly seen a large buildup of stocks virtually around the world. At the same time, we've seen some areas where there's been some more challenging production environments. Certainly Brazil is an example with corn, and more recently in this part of the world with palm oil in Malaysia and Indonesia. So all of that together, we've seen a buildup of stocks, but we're also seeing some dislocation. So for us in our space, that's actually a good thing, where we're seeing an opportunity both in terms of moving areas from surplus to deficit, but also a pickup in volatility. So it's been an interesting year and something that we're looking forward to as we enter the new year.
So as you said, we perhaps are moving from a surplus to deficit, and that perhaps would mean agriculture prices moving up. What is your sense? Whether volatility, uncertainty, would that continue for this year as well?
Yes, I think that's a fair point, that we've certainly seen it of late with different environmental issues, macroeconomic issues. We feel it here in India, for example, with the impact of demonetisation. And so certainly we see large macro trends that are impacting our business, as well as, of course, the fact of the matter that we're continuing to see growth and demand and dislocation between areas of surplus and deficit. So that brings into the picture the element of weather and the fact that we need to continue to grow very large crops around the world. So certainly I think that we will be facing a situation where we'll continue to see volatility and dislocation between areas of surplus and deficit.
Well, you pointed about Asia, and yes, plenty seems to be changing in Asia, starting with India itself. As you said, the demonetization will have an impact on agriculture. What is your view, importantly, the near-term impact, and how do you assess the long-term implications?
Well, I suspect the topic has been well debated in India, but from our 2 cents worth in terms of the food and ag space, certainly there's been a short-term impact in terms of reduction in demand, but in meeting with customers during my visit here, I get the sense that that demand is rapidly rebounding, and so we hope that we're working through it. At the same time, Cargill is a 151-year-old company, and we're certainly planning for the next 151 years. So our investment profile is much longer than just a few weeks or month, and so we continue to be very committed to the region. We are very bullish in terms of the growth opportunities in South and Southeast Asia. So we're looking for opportunities to how to best partner with our customers and help them grow. And so certainly that's one of the reasons why I'm here in India, is looking at where our customers are going and what we can do to further invest and help the country of India grow.
I mean, as you said, you are in India and you are looking at more investments in India. So what exactly are the Cargill plans when it comes to agriculture, trade, and the industry as the plans going ahead for this year?
So we're certainly not on the sidelines. We're very active in the area. I had the opportunity to go to our new starch and sweetener facility in Davangere yesterday, where we're in the process of ramping up that plant to produce sweeteners and starches. And so we're excited about that opportunity. We've just recently opened a new feed mill in northern India to serve the rapidly growing dairy sector. And so, as you well know, Cargill is a company that's focused on servicing the food and ag space. And our vision is to be really the global leader in nourishing the world. And so we can't possibly do that if we're not committed to South Asia. And so we're hoping to find opportunities to grow with our customers, and certainly very optimistic about being able to continue to invest and grow in India.
All right, Alan, on that positive note, and we look forward to that growth.